play of Juice Williams in the first half. Williams, 3 passing touchdowns. That's a career best, and what a day to do it on against Ohio State in their yard. Beckman, meanwhile, just 50% through the air.
Buckeyes gonna win.
Important interception for the Illini defense as Illinois heads into the second half with the lead. Rick Pizzo rejoined once again by Jay Lehman. You had the belief, and
They're
then
gonna
Ohio
win.
State partially squashes it by scoring after 2 plays on offense. Yet you regroup, you rebound, you go into the locker room after the late second quarter touchdown with a 7-point lead. What was said? How much confidence was there inside that locker room that you were going to get the job done?
Well, I remember Coach Vick saying, listen, you're taking your best shot when you first scored. And it came out with 14 points. But the fact that we had 21 points on the board against a defense that was averaging giving up 9.7 points for an entire game gave us confidence. And I personally told defense, guys, it's on us. 21 points is what we can ask for against an elite defense like Ohio State. If we lose this game, it's on the defense. We had confidence going into the second half of this game.
Sure.
Execute and finish. We would be the victor.
And it was going to be on the defense very early in the second half because after taking the lead, Illinois starts the third quarter with the ball, but the offense struggles, does absolutely nothing. Fortunately, Jay Lehman and this Illinois defense would come up with a huge early third quarter stop.
Ohio State fans. And we got a 4th down coming up. And Wells is going to have to come out. Hey, yes, I'll tell you what, it's the most amazing thing when you watch on this whole motion. And it looks like Beanie Wells has got it open, but that thing closes so fast. I'm afraid it's right in the back. I mean, they come straight at you. You know who's going to make the play? And will they make it?
To our attic cousins.
So now defensively, Jay, they're inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, man.
You know you need a stop here. Beanie Wells has
hurt.
gone out. Mo Wells gets hurt. Beanie Wells is coming back in. As the leader of this defense, you're saying what to your teammates?
Well, you know, both their backs are banged up, so they're going to try to get it to one of their skilled players in the passing game, probably with a short pass. They love to run something called a jailbreak screen, and you'll see it right here. It's a hard line. It's one of their better athletes on the screen, and we need to have this coverage. There's a tendency inside the 10-yard line. They love to run the jailbreak screen. Hard line, their backs were out, and so it was a high tension that would happen.
The speed from 4-7 there, and obviously fired up
Buckeyes
after the
will win.
tackle for loss. You saw that coming from the get-go.
Yeah, we'll take a longer look at it here on the replay. Just can you beat the center who's coming out to block you? And I was able to beat him right off the jump and set up this play. And the key was the contain on top of that game.
Oh boy. Oh boy, we got problems. They got intercepted.
And you'll see right here, Jerry Brown, 99 to left.
Buckeyes got problems.
Keep it inside the pocket. Miami Thomas actually has the pass breakup or drops the interception. Bounces it back up to Antonio Steele to get that stop at that time. Momentum was all going Ohio State's way. Not only to get a pick, but get a pick and get it back out to the 20 because of the touchback. Huge play by Antonio Steele.
Todd Beckman was a winner.
Right.
That season, he didn't know what it meant to lose until this game. And at the same point, he came into that game, I think, being considered one of the weaker links on the Ohio State team because he wasn't necessarily a guy that could take the game over. I think that play signified, even at home, even as an older guy, you as a defense somehow got him rattled, got him out of his comfort zone. There was a window there for him to try to run and pick up 3 or 4 yards. Instead, he forced a tough ball. Did you guys feel like you had him a little uncomfortable right from the start?
Well, absolutely. I mean, prepping for this game compared to the 2006 game, you're going against the Heisman Trophy. Troy Smith. Totally different. And Troy Smith, 10 game junior.
What'd you say?
10 game contention.
What are you doing with your hand?
You can just blow the top of the field off with the deep ball. But Troy Smith, he was always, the play was always alive. It was never dead. He used to make every stuff happen. It was third and 11. He could run and get the first down. Beckman wasn't that type of player. If we keep him contained, make him
Yeah, the sniffles.
just throw the ball to us a couple times, and he did it.
So that's very good news for Illinois. Good news here in studio is that after James Laurinaitis knocked out Juice Williams one year, then Juice comes back to beat him the next year. I've been informed they're friends once again.
Thank goodness.
Man, I tell you what, after a sequence like that, you're on the doorstep, you figure out some points, and Now you have to have a great mental toughness. Sudden change defense. You got this guy, Juice Williams, taking the field. And all I can think of is, we need to stop here. We need to stop here. What's the mentality from your perspective when you get a big turnover?
Yeah, so my mentality is the exact opposite. We need to score. We need to capitalize off that turnover because, again, anytime you have a sudden change like that, the momentum has shifted. The defense is not necessarily prepared to go out there right on the spot. So we're looking to go out there and just put one in the end zone. Now, unfortunately, here, the first play of this drive, I nearly turned it back over.
Come on, Jimmy.
so right away, now I started to get a little gun shy. I mean, in my head, because I don't want to make a mistake. You know, we've done an amazing job of not having any penalties, not any drop balls, any fumbles that should have been called, right? And I didn't want to be the start of that, right? So from that point moving forward, I want to be very cautious with the football and make sure I didn't make any mistakes on my end.
There you see the power that Juice had. Everyone wants to talk about his athleticism, but that is the power, the lower body strength. Marcus Freeman's an explosive guy. He tries to go low on Juice's legs here at the end of the run. And you just feel that Juice got a better applicant there.
But I think you guys, you helped
hear
me
me, Mom?
motivate me that offseason.
You
Getting
hear
the weight
me?
room and, really
you.
making the leap from as a freshman to a sophomore, really preparing my body, my mind. And, it's the Big Ten, right? So it's a tough
gotta leave in
physical
about
conference.
a half an
So I
hour.
was physically prepared to go out there and do it full season.
What?
I gotta leave in about a half an hour.
What?
I have to go home. I have to shave tonight. I have to shave and shower for work. I have to shave.
I can't stay here by myself.
Hmm?
I can't stay here by myself.
You'll be alright. We'll be back up tomorrow. It's bedtime. It's gonna be nighttime then. I got her bringing you up some food. Eat your dinner, and then be bedtime.
Did you teach them how to still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Not good.
What you did?
Well, an absolutely devastating drive there, fighting Illinois, fighting Illini. Tell you what, Southern Chase defense being doing very well. Take us back. What did you see in that touchdown pass?
Yeah, so simple play action again. As we alluded to earlier in the game, you guys were really aggressive on the run fake. Malcolm Jenkins coming down hard all game. And again, it's simple 4 verticals with a play action underneath. And my read, he used my read, and he came storming down, made my job a lot easier. And a lot of people don't realize, and a lot of quarterbacks will tell you this, the wide open plays, those are the most difficult to make, right? So if you see, there's a lot of error in that football. In fact, he gets contact where it shouldn't have been. That shouldn't have been the case because he's so open. But again, it was one of those situations. I did not want to be the guy to make the first mistake of the game. So created a little room for error, and he went up and made a good catch.
Hey, listen, those wide open balls can be hard to throw. I know as a defensive player, you go back and watch this tape and see guys wide open. That had to really be disheartening for a defense. You guys have made so many plays all year, and then in this game, at home, you know what's at stake. For some reason, you're not able to make the plays you made all year long.
The whole game just felt out of sync. I mean, you felt like you would stop. I mean, we were stopping Mendenhall pretty well. And that's one of the main guys that we were focused on. So you stop to a few short yard gains here and there, and then boom, explosive play. I mean, from early on, from the Dufresne touchdown run to the big passes on that last drive, the third down conversion to a wide open guy in the slot, just seemed like we weren't in sync the entire game.
This is the 2007 Illinois Buckeyes game when Illinois beat us in 2007. 13 years ago. good
You
game.
have 2 scores. You basically stymied them for 2 quarters now. Defensively, you stopped their offense, but you also know they put up 14 points in 6 minutes of game time in the first quarter. So they can strike fast. They got the playmakers to do it.
Rally-wise, were you saying anything? Was there anybody being extremely vocal outside of Coach Tressel and the staff?
Yeah, I think the whole defense and Luke Fickle leading it as our D coordinator, just a lot of just, hey, we need to pick this up. All right, we've dropped the ball here defensively with our team. We've let them down. We gave up 28 points to a team that, to be quite honest, we thought that we should have steamrolled with the way we started. We scored 2 points, a touchdown in 2 plays. And we're up and we're ahead. And we kind of let everything get behind here in this game. So we need to lock it up. We have no more room for error in the rest of the game.
And when we come back, Ohio State decides to get fundamental. Todd Beckman struggling a little bit. Back to the ground game the Buckeyes go as they try to rally and come from behind at home to knock off Illinois, now up by 14 points. It's getting late in the horseshoe.
Some people say dress your age. That's ridiculous. I dress how I feel. Yesterday, I felt full with boundless energy. This morning, I woke up calm and ungrateful. Tomorrow, who knows? Age is just an illusion. How you show up for the world, that's what's real. What's your idea? I put it out there for the GoDaddy website. Make the world you want.
Your Buckeyes, your network, BTN.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
A 39-yard drive for the win. James McCourt, new games to hold. They're working on Brandon Madison. They're working on Brandon James.
What you doing?
The biggest upset of the college football season. They come out of Wisconsin from the ranks of the unbeaten 24-23. What a homecoming for the Illini.
Rick Pizzo, Jay Lehman back with you as we continue our look back at Illinois' 2007 win over Ohio State. Up by a pair of touchdowns. And you would think if you're Ohio State, down by 14, you got to go deep, you got to take shots. That's not the way the Senator thought. When things weren't going right for Jim Tressel, you go back to what got you there. Fundamental football, running it, pounding it at that Illinois defense. That's exactly what Ohio State tried to do here late in the third.
He's all the way to the 41-yard line. There's a career long run. Don't get too fancy. Take what you can get.
Now listen, Todd Beckman may not be the fastest guy in the world. That was a huge run for Ohio
He
State's
shredded
offense.
us for about 70. He had 7 rushes for 52 yards. And after this pass play, they basically get back to the basics. He dumps it off to the fullback. Get a nice little cheap tackle there as James would know about. And he can just get it on
You should have some dinner coming up here in a little bit.
They run the power play.
Dinner?
In a good place. 3-4 times
Food.
they dare us to stop us.
I ordered you some yummy food.
These short passes, couple of 4 or 5 runs,
No,
maybe
food.
to free some things
Ordered
up,
you
so
some
face
yummy
a third
food.
down here. You know what's coming, but sometimes when you're facing NFL talent on the other side, it doesn't really matter if you know what's coming.
Right, exactly. They try to do play actions to try to keep us off balance. But you know when the game's on the line, it's 4th and 1. He's going to go to the power. The whole
Somebody-
stadium knows it. We're all playing tight.
The nurse is gonna bring it in, I guess.
For the first down. But then he gets
Your
really
food.
aggressive. He says, that play looked pretty good. Let's run that
She'll bring it
3
in.
more times in a row. You talk about demoralizing for
Your dinner.
defense. Have someone run 3 plays in a row. The most basic play they get power.
Yummy dinner.
Have them get 5, 6, 7 yards of chunk.
And that's exactly what Ohio State is doing as the Buckeyes continue to march the football down the field.
I want a couple, at least a good petty.
You want the Buckeyes to win? We all want the Buckeyes to win.
We saw Beanie go for 221 about 3 weeks ago. He's had 3 games in a row. He's had 1.4 yards.
Today is
I don't know if I'd call it truck. I got you a little bit.
I got trucked by BB Wells, and Wes, I feel sorry
August
for myself
18th,
I came inside
2020.
made the